Thailand, 1983, a very different country then as it is now. The temples, the heat, the smell of fish sauce and dok mali, the intense jasmine flower. But under it, one thing was already running exactly as it runs today, the love scam. There was no internet then. A phone call to another continent cost $5 a minute, if the line held at all, so nobody called. Everything moved by paper and pen, by stamps licked in the humidity, by the slow miracle of the postal service. And that was the business' one real weakness. The girls could write if they were lucky in Thai. Not one in 20 could manage a sentence of English. So they came to me. My charge was reasonable, I was Farang and discreet, which made me useful. They'd arrive with a name and an address in Zurich or Stuttgart or Ontario, a photograph of themselves standing a little too formally beside a man twice their age, and a problem that needed solving in careful, loving English. The problems had arisen to them once you've heard enough of them. There was always a water buffalo. The carabao was sick. A slow, believable kind of tragedy that a Swiss engineer could picture and grieve for from 4,000 miles away. What the letter didn't say was that the money for the vet was already gone across a card table the night before into somebody else's pocket, and the buffalo had never had as much as a calf. There was always a grandmother. She needed the hospital, an operation, a transfusion, something with enough Latin in it to sound expensive and real. I wrote a lot of grandmothers into intensive care that year. Most of them, I suspect, were at that very moment sitting on a porch somewhere, blissfully unaware that they were dying on paper in two languages at once, while their granddaughter's actual boyfriend picked out a motorbike he liked the color of. There was the car accident, which had a season. It bloomed reliably each November, just before Loy Krathong, when a girl needed her float and her dress and her night out to be a little bit more magnificent than her neighbors, and a bent fender and a hospital bill were a cleaner ask than the truth, which was that a festival is a festival and a girl wants to look like the best thing ever on the river. I wrote all of it, devoted, worried, slightly broken English, exactly as instructed, never too fluent, never too polished, a few careful misspellings left in it on purpose, because a letter that read too well was a letter that a suspicious fiancé might not trust. I was, in effect, forging authenticity. It paid better than teaching. I want to say I felt something about it. Guilt, complicity, the itch of a man aiding a small and specific fraud. But mostly what I felt was professional interest. It was, as a genre, well constructed. Every letter had a wound, a deadline, and a bank detail, and somehow also a line about missing him terribly, about counting the days, efficient, nothing wasted. It's more refined now, of course. No pen required, no ghostwriter squinting over a kerosene lamp translating grief into passable English at midnight. The scripts have moved to apps. The Buffalo have been replaced by hospital PDFs and stock photos of a stranger's actual hospital bed. And the whole operation runs at a scale letters could never have managed. People like to say the Filipino girls are the professionals of this trade. Patient, warm, relentless, the gold standard. They're good, I won't argue with that. But a Filipino will work you slowly, over months, until you're comfortable and confident and reaching for your wallet. A Thai girl will do it faster and closer to the bone. Give her 3 weeks, and she won't just take your money. She'll have you thanking for the privilege. Eyebrows singed clean off before you even smell the smoke. I just wrote the letters. I never claimed to have invented the fire.